Yo, what's up, guys? I just watched the FNaF 2 movie, and that was an amazing movie. 100 times better than the first one. Amazing. But basically, guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the movie, and the first half of this video is going to be what I thought about it, 0 spoilers. Second half is going to be all spoilers, basically the plot of the movie, everything I got right in my prediction video. But anyways, let's get right to it. Alright, guys, this movie was absolutely amazing. 10 times better than the first one. I love the first one, but this one was just better in every way. One thing I can definitely tell you is this movie is a lot scarier than the first one. The fans wanted it scarier. We got it way scarier. The toys look amazing. The wizards look amazing. So many lore drops, so many twists, so many surprises, so many references, especially to a certain game that a lot of people like. Oh my god, I thought this movie was amazing. I loved the first movie, but this one just blows that one out the water. This movie was amazing. The fan base was amazing in my theater. Everyone was laughing at scenes, but those teenagers behind us that were laughing on purpose really loud and trying to be annoying, I'm coming for you. Yeah, guys, I'm going to see that movie again today. It was just that amazing, and it's the FNaF 2 movie, so you gotta watch it twice. I'm not gonna wear my puppet cosplay like in the first one. I'm just gonna wear a regular FNaF shirt. Another thing I love about this movie is the puppet, dude. The puppet was so much more than I was expecting. That part was kind of short, guys, sorry, but this part is going to be what I got right in my prediction video and what this movie was all about. Let's get right into it. I'm going to kind of be going down the list here, but the first one I noticed I got right in the theater was Pirates Cove is kind of pretty much Kids Cove where Mangle was took apart, so that was right. Shadow Bonnie was also in the movie, got that right. Foxy seeing through the mask in that one scene, that was right. And I love the Easter egg where we put the code into the computer and it was Shadow Bonnie's real name in the game in FNaF 2, if you know, you know. But yeah, Shadow Bonnie was in the movie. Kind of where that Shadow Freddy wasn't, but anyways. Got that prediction right of Foxy seeing through the mask. I got the sister location theory correct. I said that we would see sister location. Not exactly like this. I thought we might see it under the carousel in that one page. Maybe. But I was at least right that we're going to see something from sister location. And what was that? Baby in the closet. Huge reveal. I remember sitting in my seat, jaw dropped when I saw Baby. I thought Vanessa was about to get scooped. It wouldn't have made sense, but still, just the way she looked at her. I also got the theory that Vanessa and Charlie were good friends as kids. I also got it right that the toy animatronics built up Abby's trust to get her to put in the code, especially because I said, why does she have the toy drawings on her wall? She wasn't going there multiple times, so got that right. Got it right that the toys are just coded AI and not possessed by children like the DCI or anything. Finally, I got the theory that maybe in the end of this movie, the original animatronics were going to be fighting the toy animatronics and beating them up and killing them, and what do we see in the movie? Just ignore when I thought the Wizards and Originals might be the same in this. Because of the building collapsing on them. Which is kind of weird. They have no damage to them. But anyways. Here's some stuff I was wrong about. There's not much because, you know, I'm Mendo. But Michael Afton is this guy. Not Jeremy Fitzgerald. So I was wrong about that. But he was my second guess. So whatever. I was also wrong that the Wizards aren't the OG animatronics. But this does confirm that in the games, the Wizards did come before the toys. And they were used for parts for the toys. Because a lot of people don't think that for some reason. Even though we literally see it in the FNaF 2 phone calls.
I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location. And we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology. But they were just so ugly, you know? And the smell. So the company decided to just go in a whole new direction and make them super kid-friendly. Those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around.
Then again, this movie's lore is different than the game, so I digress. Now here's some stuff I liked. The after credit scene of the haunted house FNaF 3 people, when they found Springtrap and they say, we found one. A real one.
But I have an even better surprise for you. You're not gonna believe this. We found one. A real one.
And I love the UCN references. Toy Freddy Fat Fingers.
It's not my fault. I have these fat plastic fingers and can't press the buttons.
And the puppets line. And I also loved the part where Mike squishes the Freddy plushie and it goes. My theater was laughing at it. But those teenagers in the back, watch yourself. And I also like how we kind of got confirmation that the reason that the puppet likes the music box and gets calmed out is because Henry Emily made it for her when she was a baby to calm her down. Maybe it's like that in the games too. I don't know. We never really got a huge reason for it. Now, here's some stuff I still have kind of questions on. How did the FNaF 1 OG animatronics get to Abby's house to fight the toys? Maybe Corey Kenshin gave them another taxi drive. Who knows? And since when are the toy animatronics springlock suits? If you look in Toy Chica's chest, just like the springlock suit we see in the FNaF 1 movie, they look identical. So how is she a springlock suit? I actually do have an answer for this, but I'm not going to be answering until my full timeline video. Sorry, guys. Now, here's another thing. I don't know if this is just an Easter egg, or if this actually is supposed to mean something in the lore. Why was the code on the computer to free the animatronic Shadow Bonnie? I think it's just a reference, but it's kind of weird that it's a certain code, like maybe that William Afton would make for Vanessa, and Vanessa just picked up on it or something. Anyways, here's some future theories I want to do that I don't have much evidence for. Golden Freddy, half soul. If you look at Golden Freddy, one of his eyes are just glowing blue. I always thought that was kind of weird, but I just kind of ignored it. But if you look at Springtrap, why is his right eye only lighting blue? I know it wouldn't make much sense at all. Golden Freddy's child spirit talks about how he has to hold them back and they're going to be gone. And right after they ascend, why does his eye light blue like Golden Freddy's second half of his soul is in him or something? I don't know. Maybe in the FNaF 3 movie, whenever they try and burn William Afton alive, it turns out Garrett's half soul is also put in Golden Freddy now. So Mike has to make a decision. Does he want to kill Springtrap and also make his brother go to heaven and never see him again? Or save Springtrap and let William Afton roam around and kill people and Garrett will still be alive? I think it'll be the emotional part about the third movie. But basically in the third movie, guys, I think what I just said earlier about how he has to choose to kill Garrett is going to happen at the very end. But I kind of think that in the third movie, those haunted house kind of people that are making it, Mike learns that he has to go there and defeat William Afton. So maybe he has to go there and the puppet will realize that she needs to kill William Afton with the rest of the Phantoms to defeat William Afton and burn him in the pizzeria. I kind of think that the old tech that Henry Emily was talking about in the after credit scene was bring Bonnie, and maybe that's how Mike knows to go there. Either that or the fun times. Also, it makes sense where they get the parts for these toy animatronics in that box now in FNaF 3. Because their parts are just splattered around and broken everywhere, so. I think in the after credit scene in the FNaF 3 movie, we're gonna see William Afton stick his hand out from, like, rubble in a fire, and he'll be like,
I always come back.
And something kind of crazy I picked up on is the FNaF 3 movie is going to take 20 years in the future, because how else would William Afton's body decay in that suit? And the building's going to get demolished. Will that mean all the characters are going to be way older and Vanessa's still going to have the puppet in her? Mike and Abby don't know that. And also, the reason that Toy Chica could still move once their animatronics were disabled is because the puppet was controlling Toy Chica, the spring lock suit, just like Lefty she controls in FNaF 6. Or maybe the older tech that he was talking about tracking down was Lefty. Maybe in FNaF 3, Henry Emily will build the Lefty spring lock suit, or maybe he already has it, and is planning to use it to trap Lefty / the puppet, so then that she can also burn and be freed in the FNaF 3 fire. And maybe Henry and Michael will all die in the fire, just like FNaF 6. I don't know about Baby / Scrap Baby. I don't know. I don't think it'll be exactly the same, but something like that. That's just my thoughts about the FNaF 2 movie. Loved it. Can't wait for the third movie. Scott, please invite me to the red carpet event. You know my email or Twitter. Loved the movie. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. And also it makes sense now why that one thing before the FNaF 2 movie came out was called Rage, because the last emotion Curly felt before she died was rage, said by Vanessa. Still make sure to check out my full timeline video, but basically, I think the Wizards were first, the prototypes. This is different from the games, by the way, obviously. The Wizards were the first prototypes, then the toys, because the Wizards were too scary. And after all that happened, and Henry Emily and William Afton weren't business partners anymore, William Afton went and made his own FNaF 1 pizzeria, which is where this picture was taken with Vanessa and William. And the reason he has a spring Bonnie suit on is so he could kill kids. And it makes more sense now. He can do it during the day without Henry. And Fredbear's Family Diner came before this, by the way, guys. Before all of this. And my theory about the remnant and him collecting remnant / agony from the metal from the animatronics and everything makes even more sense now that we've seen Baby. And that he and Henry might have been building them to scoop children or chest cavities. Or maybe that was just William Afton. Another thing I got right was the Fast Talker being at the FNaF 1 location. Also in the FNaF 2 movie, I wonder what Vanessa's talking about whenever she says there's just one ghost here and the marionette. Unless I'm tripping and she says there's just one ghost here, the marionette. Unless she's talking about Shadow Bonnie, and maybe Garrett's in one of them. That's why we haven't seen Garrett in an animatronic yet, because he was the half soul. Something else I got on my second watch was in the scene where Vanessa goes to sleep and contacts her father. I thought that was like a flashback or just not actually him the first time I watched it for some reason. But the second time watching it, I caught that this was actually William Afton still while he was in Springtrap. Like, as this was happening in the dream sequence, he was still in Springtrap rotting. And also, I wonder if the FNaF 3 movie will really take place in 2023. Because there's no way William Afton's body rotted only after a year or a couple months. And this is what Ghostly JK thought of the movie, guys.
Hey guys, it's me, Ghostly JK. Today, we're going to be talking about the FNaF 2 movie. Now, this is going to be a part of Mendo's video. I don't know how much he's going to keep in, but basically what I'm going to be talking about is how I enjoyed the movie. Some spoilers ahead, but anyways, the actual experience was pretty good. We were in a movie theater, but there was like this group of kids behind us that were actually pretty annoying in my opinion. They kept like yelling and stuff and like laughing hysterically for like no reason, and it did get really annoying. And eventually, I mean, the movie was kind of ruined for me because I was on YouTube a couple times and I would see spoilers and stuff, which did annoy me, but other than that, it was a pretty solid movie. I wouldn't really rate it better than the first movie in my opinion. Just like the nostalgia that I get from the first movie and the hype that I got from it was so much better. Anyways, so far it's doing great, but like I said, there's gonna be spoilers coming up, but basically, it cuts off with Vanessa getting possessed by the puppet. Honestly, I didn't think it would end off there because, I mean, that was like the final scene, and that same scene was also in the trailer, so I didn't expect that to be the ending. It was actually quite short. I'm pretty sure that its runtime was like an hour and 44 minutes. Not too bad, but alright for a movie. Now, it did cut off there, which means that we're going to get a third one, and I think the third one's going to continue off there. But I'm not really going to go over my whole analysis on what I think is going to happen. I'm going to leave that to Mendo.
But anyways, guys, I'm going to be making a FNaF timeline video of the movies and a full FNaF 3 predictions video and a lot of other stuff.
Hey, and real quick, guys, just as a little thank you for this being my first year starting YouTube and y'all showing support, I wanted to do a little giveaway. This brand new book from Walmart, I just got it yesterday and I already have a copy of it, so I don't need it anymore. So I thought it'd be cool to give it away. Plus, in the future, we're going to be doing charity streams around Christmas time, so. But if you want to get this book, just be a subscriber, and I'll be picking one lucky subscriber to get this brand new book on December 24th, the day before Christmas. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.